Boom, peace, intro. What's up, guys? Well, just wanted to make a video real quick. I got a turntable, one of those little mini GT 5-inch turntables. It's kind of cheap. I thought it was going to be better than that for what I paid, but I mean, it's okay. It'll work. I just use it every now and then. Anyway, it's got that beast on it. That's that one I made my first attempt at Gaslands. Actually made that a while back. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I only wished I would have put bigger wheels on it. But anyway, that's one I made after when I first started watching JDC. I actually had a one of the black Mustang Matchbox convertible, nice ones, and it had a booger or something on the hood, big scratch. So I was like, well, that sucks, and I guess I'll have to open it. And JDC was like, make a Gasland out of it. I was like, well, I guess I can try. So I opened it, and it turned out it was whatever was on the hood just wiped off. But since I already opened it, I went ahead and chopped everything up and tried to make a Gasland. And I took a twinning and winning and put it on top of it. Then I just, whatever, you could see what I did. I actually put suspension on it. It actually, whoops. It actually works. And threw some guns on it and all. But anyway, I'm not really making the video about that. I'll just throw some cars up there while I talk. I want to tell everybody that I know there's been a couple videos out I just did, and I didn't comment. I didn't respond to any comments. I did go back yesterday, I believe it was, and I gave everybody a heart and a thumbs up, but I haven't responded to comments because my darn tablet just fizzed out on me. It's flickering. It's just going crazy. It's jump. You may hit a J or a H and get a question mark. It's just the keyboard's not working right. You might be watching a video and all of a sudden it just jumps to another video. It's just went crazy. But I checked my software and all, and my malware and virus protection, and I don't have anything wrong with it according to it. So I looked up about my tablet, and actually I guess I bought that thing back in 2016, so it's pretty old, outdated, I'm sure. And so it's just not working. And trying to respond to all them comments on my little phone is a little difficult. So I I haven't responded to those, but I didn't want you guys to think that I was blowing you off or something. I just hadn't been able to get to it. But anyway, that's that little Gasland. And like I said, I wish I made this one. I wish I'd have put that wheels and tires on it. But I went ahead and got me another tablet. I got that S7 Plus, whatever. It's supposed to be a real good tablet. Let's see here. There it is. It's pretty big. Nice big clear screen. I haven't actually made a video with it yet, but I think it'll work pretty good. And of course it wasn't, how they are. They get expensive. But anyway, finally got one, so I'll start using it. Hopefully it makes a good video. I just wanted to let you guys know that, because you may wonder why it hasn't, because I always respond to comments and I haven't. And it just wouldn't work. I got so frustrated with the darn thing. And actually, it's not even a very big tab. It was a Tab A, a Galaxy Tab A. That's how old it is. And not very big at all. This one here I got's like 12.4 inch screen. That one was like, I don't know, 9.78 or some crap. I mean, pretty small. And yeah, I wish I'd have threw these big tires on that beast, but I think it would have looked so much better if I had, see it? It would have looked so much better, but I didn't. And but this one is pretty cool too. I like her. I kept that for myself. And of course we still got the old General Lee, jacked General Lee, lifted Lee, jacked General, whatever you want to call it. I like that one. And but yeah, guys, I'll get I'm gonna start trying to do some videos with that one. Plus, if I do a live, at least I got a nice tablet now to do it on, and that should work better. And I finally got what I was waiting for you, Curbs. So I'll be shipping your package out. Finally, I was waiting for something to come in for you, and it finally arrived. So I'll get that to you, as well as you other guys. I had some packages I was sending. I'm gonna send them all at the same time. I actually hadn't been down here. I was kind of busy this week working, trying to get a tablet figured out. I got to do a lot of research before I buy one. That's how I ended up with the S7 Plus. I mean, it's supposedly a great one, but you start out looking at one, and then you're like, well, for another $100, I can get a better camera. I'm going to be using the camera. Let's do that. Well, for another $100, I can add a keyboard down there. A couple $100, whatever. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you're gonna spend $1,000 on a tablet, and which is fine. Some people say you could have bought a computer, you could have bought a laptop. Well, I didn't want any of that. I like a tablet. Works perfect for me. Does everything I need it to do. So that's what I did, and then plus I just was busy at work, and I don't know. I got a buddy. We just know him on only know him on YouTube, but he's been in the hospital for a couple weeks, and it's kind of talk to him, keep in contact and all, and it's just kind of depressing. It kind of bums you out. Things aren't so good, and it just kind of you come down here and try to do something, and you just can't really get in the mood to do anything. You just keep thinking about that because I mean, what really bugs me about the situation is the way, um, he's been in there at least 2 weeks. And as far as I know, to this day, he still hasn't been able to see his family. None of his family's able to see him. And to me, this is just ridiculous. And it's all over this COVID crap, I mean, guys, go ahead and tell me if I'm wrong, but it's still over 99% survival rate. If I'm wrong, tell me, because I research it all the time. And it's still listed. Some of it's even as high as 99.77. So, I mean, it's come on, man. But whatever. But now I get it. You don't want to let me go see the guy in the hospital, but his own family, that's just ridiculous. I mean, think about this, guys. Do you know how many people from the beginning of this COVID crap to now have never seen their loved ones again, especially when they went to the hospital because of this crap? I mean, think about this. Mom tells daughter, I don't feel so well, honey. She takes her to the hospital. They admit her. Oh, she has COVID. You can't go in there, Mom. You can't see your mom. 2 weeks later, they get the call. She died. Put her on a ventilator. She died. Not one time did they allow her mom to see anybody before she died. Not one time did they allow anybody to see their mom before she died. And you've seen these stories. Look them up if you think I'm lying. All across the country. Happened to so many people, it's unbelievable. And they never seen their loved one again. And all because they think they have it's up to them to decide who gets to see who. Now that's fine. You want to keep me out of other people's rooms, fine. But you shouldn't be keeping. I tell you what, I'm not. I know I can't take on law enforcement. But that's exactly what would be happening if they tried to tell me they had my granddaughter or something in there and things ain't looking good and they think I'm not going to see her. They better get out of the way because I'm coming in. It doesn't matter. I'm coming in. It's not happening, and especially if things are looking dire. But they've actually done this to people, and it's just flat crazy to me that you think you have the right to do that to people all over this, this supposedly deadly virus that has a 99% survival rate. I mean, come on, man. I'm so sick of them taking all of our control away. They just take all of our rights away, and they just crap all over us all the time. And that's just wrong, guys. If you don't agree, well, then you're heartless. And if it happened to you, you would definitely agree. If one of your loved ones was put in the hospital and now you're not allowed to see them, they're not allowed to see you. Think about that. And it's true. Tons of these people died, never got to see their family member again. Whole time knowing they could, they're laying in the hospital sick, dying to see somebody, but these people say you're not allowed to. Yeah. And then they just die. The ones from COVID. And there was other situations too, because it doesn't matter what you go in there for. They don't let you see them. And that's just wrong. You should be able to see your immediate family. I don't care what they say. And so anyway, and if that, if that makes me that upset and angry, imagine how him and his family must feel. He's the one in the hospital. They're the one not seeing him and all. This is just one I stuck them fat wheels on. I just think it looks cool like that. It reminds me of what back in the 70s, a lot of people would do that. They'd put shackles and jack them things up and put some big old fat tires sticking out. Not everybody could afford to narrow their rear ends back then, but they wanted meat under there, so they got it under there one way or another. And it just reminds me of those days, especially road runners. You'd see road runners, and they'd all be jacked up like that and have big old fat meat sticking out the side, N50s or whatever. But yeah, that's just depressing, man. So I get down here and I think about that. You start trying to do some detail work to an interior or something, and you're just like, oh man, I'm just gonna go back upstairs. So anyway, I haven't got the rest of these customs done, guys. I'm gonna keep trying to get back on it and uh, get some more of them done. But I just haven't got to them at this point. I was busy and dealing with all that other stuff, so I just left it at that. And I don't know. Maybe you guys can understand. You would if it was one of your family members. And he's not my family member or nothing, but I have empathy for all kinds of people. It's my mom told me a long time ago, and she was right. To understand a lot of things, always try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know, and just like just think about that. Before you think. Just put yourself there and then see what would you think about it. So when you do that, you're like, dang, I don't like that at all. It could be your wife, it could be anybody, and now they're not allowing you to see her. And then that was the last time you seen her, 2 weeks ago when you took her to the hospital because she just didn't feel good. You know, here's a good example. I mean, before all this COVID crap, I had an aunt that just didn't feel right. She just felt like she had a stomach ache. She went in, and and she was pretty old, but she could have lived longer. But of course, they told her at the hospital, oh, you need a bypass, your heart's bad and all. And she just went in because she was getting stomach aches and all. Well, anyway, she went in, had they done the bypass, she didn't survive. But she made it a few more days, and back then, you could still see her family. So a lot of her family got to go see her and all before she died. But it was funny because after the surgery, they were like, yeah, her lungs were so atrocious from all the smoking she did that, it was pretty risky. Oh, really? Really? Why didn't you say that ahead of time? Why didn't you tell her that? She might have said, you know what? As old as I am, 70 something, I think I'll just go ahead and take my chances and just, instead of letting you end my life today for whatever insurance money you can get or whatever. I mean, because they didn't tell her or her husband any of that. He was devastated. And then when they came back and said, well, yeah, it was kind of risky because her lungs were in such bad shape. What the heck, man? But you were able to see her, back, this was before COVID. So you could still go in there and see her and all. And but so imagine now, you take one of your loved ones in because they don't feel good, and that's the last time you see them. Last time. Because these people say, oh, you can't go in there. We're sorry, but you can't go in there. Everybody else in the world can. All of our doctors that are supposedly, our nurses, which some of them are quacks, they can, but not you. Not you. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to keep going on about it, but I just want you to get the point. It's ridiculous. How much more control over our lives do we give everybody in the world besides ourselves? Especially when it comes to something like that. And if you don't believe that happened, look up how many people lost their loved ones over this COVID crap and weren't allowed to see them. They went to the hospital, never got to see them again. Week or two later, they get the phone call. Yeah, your mom on the ventilator, she passed last night. We're so sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, it's just aggravating to me. Sorry, guys, but I don't take that stuff lightly. And I just try, So anyway, it's real. I haven't got to these customs. I'm going to try to get back on them this weekend, hopefully. I got to go out and do some things today. And when I get back, I'll try to get some more of them done. But I just haven't. There's that one from Alex Graff. That paint job is just awesome on that thing. But I just haven't got anything more done to them. And all I do is hopefully things get better. He gets to go home soon and get some good news, cheer everybody back up or something, especially him and his family. But I just wouldn't want to be in that position. And there ain't no way in hell they'd be keeping me from seeing my granddaughter. I know what the outcome would be. I know I'd be going to jail. I know it'd be, but they ain't stopping me. I'm going in there. I don't care what I have to do to somebody. You're not gonna let something happen to my granddaughter and tell me I can't see her again. Wrong. But anyway, just wanted to let y'all know. That's why I haven't got any customs done of that and a few other things, and why I didn't respond to any comments. My tablet's just foobar. Like I said, it's just jumping all over the place. It just went crazy. Like I said, you can't hardly type anything without it just changing the letters, and it's totally crazy. So who knows? It's gone. It's scrapped. I should have smashed it with a hammer. But anyway, got a new one now. Hopefully it works out. I'll make a video with it sometime, and maybe it'll be a lot better quality. Anyway, until then, I'll talk to y'all later. And I just showed these things to have something spinning there. I never had a turntable. I'm not sure how much use I'll have for it, but maybe when I finish customs, it'll be good to throw up on there. I have to try to make a better background or something. I don't know. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and hopefully you have a good weekend. Sorry about the rant. Well, you know what? I don't know if I should even say I'm sorry. I'm going to do it anyway. I always say how I feel, and that's how I feel. I feel it's terrible. So, I'd hate to be in that position. Man, it's just, and I'm not going to say who he is because I don't know if he wants me to say who he is. So I'm not going to say who he is. But it is terrible. And I don't believe they should have the right to tell us we can't see our immediate family. I don't care what it isn't like it's the plague. It isn't like it's smallpox running around. No, it's COVID. Something with a 99% survival rate. And I guarantee it's higher than that. My God, talk about milking something. These people ought to be dairy farmers as much as they're milking this virus. Anyway, y'all take it easy. Peace. Outro.